In a quiet forest at sunrise, golden light poured through the trees as the birds began their morning songs. Niby, a cheerful little squirrel, woke up in his cozy tree hole, stretched his tiny paws, and slung his small backpack over his shoulder. Today was a perfect day for gathering food. Hopping down from branch to branch, Niby sniffed the forest floor for something tasty. Then, buried under a pile of leaves, he saw it, a shiny golden acorn. It gleamed so brightly in the sunlight, it looked like treasure. His eyes widened as he picked it up, admiring the way it sparkled. But just as he was about to tuck it into his bag, a sudden gust of wind knocked it out of his paws. "Hey!" Niby cried, racing after it. The acorn rolled quickly downhill, bouncing over roots and rocks before tumbling into a small stream with a splash. On the other side of the stream, a friendly rabbit named Lila bent down and picked up the acorn. Niby waved frantically. "That's mine. Please don't lose it." Lila smiled warmly. "Don't worry, I'll help you." Together, they gathered sticks and vines to make a wobbly little bridge. Niby crossed carefully, his tail swaying for balance. Once on the other side, they sat and studied the acorn. "It's beautiful," Lila said softly. Suddenly, from the treetops, a wise old owl named Oran swooped down. "That," he said in a deep voice, "is no ordinary acorn. It's magical. If placed in the heart tree before sunset, it will make the forest bloom forever. But hurry, its magic fades quickly." Determined, Niby and Lila set off toward the heart tree. They crossed colorful meadows, took shelter under a giant mushroom during a sudden rainstorm, and climbed over a fallen log. From a high cliff, they could see the heart tree glowing faintly in the distance. But danger lurked nearby. A sly crow had been watching them. Just as they climbed down the cliff, the crow swooped in, snatching the acorn from Niby's paws. "Oh no!" Niby gasped. Thinking fast, Lila hurled a berry at the crow. It squawked in surprise and dropped the acorn. Niby leapt and caught it in mid-air, holding it close to his chest. At last, they reached the heart tree, a towering, glowing tree surrounded by a magical light. With a deep breath, Niby placed the golden acorn into a small hole in the trunk. Immediately, the forest came alive. Flowers bloomed in seconds, streams shimmered with crystal water, and animals danced in joy. The air felt fresher, warmer, and happier. As the sun set, Niby and Lila sat together under the heart tree, watching the golden light fade into twilight. They had saved the forest and discovered a friendship that would last forever. Lila was a small, bright-eyed fox who lived in a cozy treehouse at the edge of the forest. One sunny morning, she packed her little backpack, waved goodbye to her bird friend, and set off down the forest path. The air was filled with the sweet scent of flowers, and glowing mushrooms dotted the way. As she walked, Lila stopped to admire a butterfly whose wings shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow. Soon she came to a small wooden bridge over a sparkling stream, where fish leapt joyfully from the water. Halfway across, she met a friendly turtle wearing a pair of round glasses. The turtle, who introduced himself as Oliver, pulled an old treasure map from a pocket inside his shell. It showed a waterfall, a giant tree, and a golden chest. "Would you like to find it with me?" Oliver asked. Lila's eyes lit up, and the two set off together. They walked past tall sunflowers swaying in the breeze, but suddenly, a strong gust of wind blew the map right out of Oliver's hand. It fluttered up into the branches of a tall tree. Lila scrambled up the trunk, but just as she reached for the map, a mischievous crow swooped in and snatched it. The crow cawed playfully and flew toward the waterfall pictured on the map. Lila and Oliver hurried after it, hopping across stepping stones in the stream until they reached the roaring waterfall. Mist sparkled in the sunlight, forming a faint rainbow. The crow landed nearby and dropped the map into Lila's paws, giving a cheeky smile before flying off. Following the map's directions, Lila and Oliver found themselves standing before a huge oak tree with a hollow trunk. Inside, they discovered a small golden chest glowing warmly. When they opened it, they found not gold coins or jewels, but magical forest seeds. Together, they planted the seeds in the meadow near the oak tree. Instantly, the ground bloomed with flowers of every shape and color, filling the air with a wonderful scent. Lila and Oliver sat side by side, watching the meadow. Lila was a small, bright-eyed fox who lived in a cozy treehouse at the edge of the forest. One sunny morning, she packed her little come alive with butterflies and bees. It wasn't just treasure they had found, it was a gift for the whole forest. And from that day on, the meadow became their special place, a reminder that the best adventures are the ones you share with a friend. Backpaw.